Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Online Guru. So this is our day 6 class and moving towards the coding part. This is just the introduction of the variables and the constant. Today we are discussing the very important topic because this works as the base for your programming language. Okay, so without wasting our time, let's move to the concept. Okay, so the first topic of the today is variables and constants. Different programmer use different definitions for the variables and the constant. Okay, I am using the basic thing. Don't bother about the definition. I'm just using the basic thing about the variables and the constant. Okay, let us take a equals 2. So the point is, what is a? A is a variable and 2 is a constant that you already know. Variables that varies and constant that don't vary, that remains constant during the execution of the program. Suppose we are using plus a. I hope you have already gone through the last video in which we have used the increment operator plus a. So what does this mean? A value is changed to 3. Remember, a value will be increased by 1. So what is happening actually? A value that was 2 changes to 3, means a variable is a memory location in which one time there was a value that can be changed to another value. I hope you understand now. Okay, and what is constant? 2 is a constant. Now you say, sir, 2 have changed na? No, 2 have not changed, but 2 has been replaced by the 3. Okay, 2 being replaced by the 3. Similarly, again, if we use plus a, then again 3 will be replaced by 4. It doesn't mean 2 have lost its identity. Okay, a initially have the value 2, then changes to 3 and then changes to 4. Means a is a variable that varies during the execution of the program, but 2, 3 and 4 are constant because they have their unique identities that may be replaced by the another value. It doesn't mean they lose their identities. Okay, now just move to the definition part. A variable is a container which holds the value while a Java program is executed. A variable is assigned with a data type. What is data type? Suppose int a equal to 2. So this is the data type. Means a variable stored the integer type values. Similarly, what is constant? Constant is a variable whose value cannot change once it is being assigned. Java doesn't have built-in support for constant. Okay, this we will learn later. But remember, Java doesn't support in built-in support for the constant, means they have no value as a constant. Okay, I hope the first page is clear. So let's move to the second page. See, data types in Java, very important topic. Outputs come from this part. So how many data types are there? There are mainly two data types, primitive and non-primitive. Remember, non-primitive data type are also known as the reference data type or composite data type. What is it? Reference data type and composite data type. It is a non-primitive data type because we have used different term for this, and primitive have the same name. Now primitive have two parts. It is boolean and numeric. Okay, first we will focus on the primitive type, boolean and the numeric. Numeric again convert into two parts, that is character and the integral. Integral again converts into two parts, that is the integers and the floating points. Integers are byte, short, int, long. Floating points, float, double. Boolean have value store the boolean value, character for the char value. I hope you are familiar with all the values. Now listen, what is the difference between byte, short, int, long? We will see just after this slide. But remember, these all data types store the integer type values, मतलब 2, 3, 4, 0, -1, -2. Float and double store the decimal values. And boolean, what is boolean? It is store either true value, wait, it is store either true value or false. Okay, we have two options. So when the answer comes in true or false, then we will use the boolean data type. Okay, can we move on? Sorry. Now the non-primitive is also there. Non-primitive means the collection of the primitive data types. It is string, array, class is there, class is also there. Okay, object is there. So these all are formed by the collection of the primitive data types. Class is a collection of objects. You already know collection of data types. So that's why it comes into non-primitive data type. We have to focus on this primitive data type. These are very important. Okay. Now let us move to the next part. See this. Now, if I say int a equal to 2 and short a equal to 2, what does this mean? What is the difference? If anyone asks you, there is int a equal to 2 and short a equal to 2, there is no difference except that of memory. Means this value stores to a variable which is of integer data type, but this is stored to the a variable which is short data type. What does this mean? Means integer data type stores the 4 bytes, means it takes the memory of 4 bytes. Okay, and when it comes to short data type, it comes to 2 byte. Means when we need a small memory range, then we can use the short for storing values. Otherwise we can use the int value, or otherwise if we need a more lengthy numbers, suppose phone numbers to be stored, means phone number means 10 digits must be stored in a variable, then we will use long a equal to 7985958300. Okay, this is my number. So it is going to be stored in a, which is of long data type. I hope you understand. Normally we use int, but somehow if we need to store the phone number of someone or something else, then we use the long data type there. Is it okay? So there are some memories. Byte, 1 byte, short it will take 2 byte, integer it will take 4 byte, long it will take 8 byte. Float and doubles were in the same floating primitive data type. So float will take 4 bytes and double will take the 8 bytes. Char will take the 2 bytes and boolean bit. This is important, and there are also the default values important. Means byte stores 0. If no value is assigned to a byte, suppose there is a byte a and we don't save any value, don't assign any value to the a, then it means a stores 0, short store 0, int store 0, 0L, 0.0F, 0.0D, character this, and boolean false. Somehow they give the questions like what is the default value of the boolean data type. Okay, let us take an program, simplest program, class A, int A. Okay, I hope you remember the system.out.println. System.out.println. what? A. So what is the output? Have you assigned any value to this? No. So if no value being assigned, then A take the default value, and since it is integer data type, so A will be the store 0. Answer will be 0. I hope it is okay. Can we move on? Okay. So next, types of variables. Means how many types of variables are there? There are actually three types of variables: local variable, instance variable, and the static variable. Okay, so local variable, all the variable, these are the three types of variables. They were used at different levels of the program. Okay, once you are familiar with the methods and objects, then you are being able to know about these type of variable, especially the static variable. Let's move on and try to understand what the variables means. Okay, point is, what is methods and function? Because without knowing the method, you can't identify the type of variables. Okay, so what is method or what is function? Let us take a function. Actually, let us read the definition first, then we will move on to. A method is a block of code or collection of statement or a set of code grouped together to perform certain task or operation. It is used to achieve the reusability of code. We write a method once and use it many times. What does these four lines means? Suppose there is a method named as anything A. Okay, there is a method named A. Method means functions. This method must have a group of statement. Okay, they must have a group of statement. Means suppose there is a line of code. Okay, what does the code means? Suppose in this line of code, in these line of code, there is a coding of find square root. Okay, suppose there is a method of finding the square root. I hope you understand. A is a method in which there is a code to find square root. Okay, square root of what? Square root of anything. Whatever the value being given to this function, the square root of that value will be find out. Now if we need the A is equal to 20 and B is equal to 30. Now if we suppose we need the square root of 20, then we just need to call SQR, sorry, it is not SQR, it is A. Suppose we need only A with 20 value. Okay, listen, I hope that part is okay. A is a method that stores the code used to find the square root. Now we are going to find A equal to 20 and B equal to 30, and we need to find the square root of A and B. So what we need to do? We just need A 20 and A 30. What is doing? Actually, it calls the A method, take this value to that method A, and what is returned? It returns with the square root of 20. Similarly, it takes 30 to that method, find the square root of 30 and return to the original program. So actually what is method is doing? Method is actually being utilized to reusability concept. Means once we write a group of statement to do any work, we just utilize it, reused it. Okay, I hope you understand somewhat. Rest we will understand what is the original concept of the method, that we will listen later. But for now, just being considered the method as a group of statement used to perform a specific task. Is it okay? Okay, so let us move to the next part. Package versus class versus method. This is a hierarchy. Okay, because suppose you need a method. Suppose you need, there is a mobile. Let us consider in a simple words. There is a mobile. Your mobile have different functions. What function your mobile have? It have a calculator. It have a calling function. It have a picture function. Okay, and many other functions are there. Okay, let us consider 2 or 3 functions were there in the mobile. So does the mobile function works automatically? No. When you need to use the calculator, you have to go to the special part of that mobile in which the calculator option is there. That means you have to wait. You have to call calculator to use calculator. Call camera to use the camera. Call anything else? Tell me something. Call any other functions. Okay, let's leave. Means there are 2 functions are there. There are calculator and camera. Means when you need to use the calculator, you just call this function, and when you need to use the camera, you just call this function. That means we buy the mobile for what? For using the functions or not? Suppose you have a mobile that by which you are not being able to call anyone. You are going to buy that mobile or not? No, we don't buy. Means as our choice, the functions of anything is very important. The cost of the price is increases as the features been included in that. I hope you understand with this concept. iPhone is cost in lakhs. Why? The features, the functions, the methods are very expensive. Okay, similarly, now means the functions are our, method are our primary importance. But if we need to click the photograph with 50 megapixel camera, can we do like that, or we need the mobile also? Yes, we need the mobile. That means without mobile, method cannot be used. So that is the class. Okay, so class is the mobile and method is the calling function. Now tell me, you want to buy the iPhone, and if there is no market there in your area to that is selling the iPhone, are you able to buy that? No, there should be a company, Apple, right? So that is the package. So if we want to use the method, then we have the permission of class, and if we need the class, we need some package. So this is the hierarchy. Without package, we won't have class, and without class, we won't have method. I hope you understand this. Is it okay? Can we move on? Okay. So just remember this. Okay. See the definition. A Java package is a group of similar types of classes, interfaces and subpackages that you will learn later. What is the interfaces? Package in Java can be categorized into 2 forms: built-in package and user-defined package. Built-in package means the package given by the programmer or the JVM. Once you install the software of Java, you will get these packages. But some packages are being made by the programmers also while making a projects. A Class, what is class? A class is a group of objects which have a common properties. It has a template or a blueprint from which the objects are created. So class can contain, just learn these values: map, files, fields, method, constructors, blocks, nested class and interface. We will see to it later. For now, just get familiar with the fields. Fields are nothing, the variables and the constants. And method, you already know. Methods are the group of statements that are used to perform some specific action. What are constructors, block, nested class? We will see to it later. Okay. Now last, packages in Java programming. This is the package: lang package, util package and AWT package. AWT package is a sub packages, actually means the sub part of the Java package. And with this package there are some related classes are there. It is not like they are only classes. Okay, remember, these are not the only classes these packages have, but for the example I am just showing the hierarchy what exactly it is. Okay, inside the class there are some methods also. Is it okay? Okay, so I hope you understand the all scenario of the today's class. And if you like this video, just share it with your friends. Okay, share it with a friend and keep watching my channel, because we are going to cover the whole syllabus of the Java very soon. Okay, so just subscribe my channel. If you are new to this channel, just share this video. Okay, thank you everyone. We will meet in a next class.